What's going on, everybody? Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Welcome to the live stream, everybody. Shout bus.
Hey, y'all.
Shout bus, pull up.
Dahlia.
Is it Donna or Delilah? I keep calling her Donna. Maybe it is Dahlia, and I'm just saying it wrong. Let's pull up.
It's I'm gonna tell. Let me tell you. I think it's just Dahlia, not Delilah. I think it's
okay,
Dahlia.
I don't even want to say it wrong. I'm trying to get my lipstick and my bun together. My bun is all over the place, child. It took me a good little dirty.
I am in the chat now. Hi, people.
Girl.
Hi, fam.
Stay waiting for people to come in.
Is that my boo? There she go. Hey.
Hey, Sunshine.
Hi, everybody.
Sunshine.
Hello, family.
Hey, brothers. Hey, sisters. Hey, everybody in the chat.
Hey, lovely. How are you?
Fine, tired today.
Girl, Alan child.
Hey, Joyce, Jimmy. I see
Hey,
Miss
Joyce.
Christy, Dahlia.
Hey, Gemini. Dyla.
Boo. Christy. Miss Joyce, I seen you the other day, girl, up in
Where's Joyce? Joyce.
And I missed the
Joyce.
Miss Joyce,
I love how the regulars come up in here. I love how the regulars roll up, and anybody else is a stranger. we got to know your name. Who is you? I love how the regulars, Miss Joyce, Renee, everybody's regular. Don't be a sore thumb up in this group, bitch, because you're gonna be a sore thumb.
Right.
There go my boo Tracy. I was like, where Tracy at?
Hey,
Tracy. Hey.
There she go.
Thanks, Tracy, for speaking out earlier.
How has everybody been doing? How has everybody's week been going? Mental health check-in. How has everybody
I had a stressful last week.
I did too.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna pull no strings. Remember, I was supposed to be on the show last week. I was at my in-laws' house. Got into it with them motherfuckers. I'm gonna say it like that.
Wow.
Y'all know.
Oh, we got to get tea. Oh,
child. No.
We don't get tea. Okay, that's fine.
Because responsibly, other responsible women in my field have told me I need to take the L, and she knows who she is. She's standing right over here.
Right here.
Yep.
You talking about me? Yep. Yeah, sometimes you listen for them in-laws because Sir Neale, they are also in the upper group. They're not gonna be here much longer. You have to make them fit. You have to let them leave up out of here feeling like kings and queens. I mean, it just is what it is.
That's why
I love you. Oh, that's cool. That's what's up. I'm glad you listen. I'm glad you listen.
Oh, we miss you too. Hey, Miss Renee. Hey, big sis. How are you?
It's gonna make them happy, Sir Neale. It's really gonna make them happy. You're doing a good thing.
I know. That's why I'm not tripping.
And God is gonna bless you for that.
My household. I want happiness in my household.
There you go.
I wonder how when my kids get married and stuff like that. I wonder if I'm gonna be like, are they gonna like me, or they gonna be like, oh, I don't like her. Like,
well, okay, all right.
They're gonna have to get over it when it comes to me.
Let's play this game. Let's play this game then. Are you going to be holding property with your son? Like, if I don't like her, you can't like her.
Oh no.
No, but if she do some foul crap to me, if I don't like her, you don't like her. Like,
you know what though, Sunshine?
Depending on what she do now.
Sunshine, you have your spirit.
Crazy.
Sunshine, your spirit it speaks volumes, and so I would think that if if a chick doesn't like you, then your son wouldn't like her automatically.
Yeah, because I'm
That's how I feel.
Laughing and all that. He better not. Only thing I'm so happy, like, just son, please don't bring me no hood rat.
Okay, no. Let me give you some backstory.
Please just don't. That's all I pray for. Please.
Maybe one kid, not no more than one kid. I mean, because I like for my kids to have.
Please don't bring me no son-in-law that got about 10 kids.
Yeah.
All these dirty mamas, the ratchet ass mamas.
Yeah, like, don't bring me that. Like, no.
I ain't got time for that.
This is what I was talking about. I'm 10 years in this relationship. Okay, this is the first time this ever happened that we butted heads. Okay, and they like turned real quick. And I was telling my husband they didn't like me from get-go. And he never looked into it. But once they got that moment, they went right.
Wow.
And I was like, I was telling you.
So they was telling you for a long time and they waited to come out.
Yep, they were waiting for it. Because this ain't no new. You know, it was just you know, my sisters, my aunties wouldn't have done that. And it happened and it was scary as fuck. I can't lie. It was scary as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because this is my husband's mother, his sister, and I was like, I can't say anything. I can't respond. I can't give back the respect or disrespect.
Going back.
That's right.
That's why I had to like shut my mouth and bite.
See, I agree with that, but then I don't, because if you I thank God me and my mother-in-law are like this. We are the best of, like, we cool.
I thought we were too.
My boys and my daughter and my boys, my sons got the same father, but my daughter has her own father. And I have had to check both of their grandmothers, like, hey, hold up. You know, hold up. Like, but you ain't gonna come to me sideways. You know, I don't know who you are. You're not gonna come to me sideways.
Wait, y'all, real quick.
You're talking to a female. Me talking to a female is like kind of like, it's not to demean it, but it's like it's different energy, you know what I'm saying? And then the first thing they'll do, they'll play the fat shit. Like I'm supposed to sometimes like snap at your girlfriend, no girlfriend. So they gonna play that.
Right. Well, I can say then what was crazy because my daughter grandmother, she called herself trying to call. This was years ago. This was like probably about 12 years ago. She called herself trying to call my mama and tell on me. And my mama told her, what you want me to do? She got right. What you want to do? Like, she grown. Right. Like, she grown, but she was in the wrong though. She was in the wrong. And she has not talked to me since that day. And I don't care. I don't care.
She knew better.
My daughter's father is deceased, so hey, we don't got to talk anyway. He's been deceased for a long time, so we don't have to.
Do you deal with the grandparents? Yep. Do you deal with the grandparents at all, Sunshine?
No, not my now my daughter grandparents. No.
Oh, cause she the oldest though. So yeah.
Her dad.
To play off what you just said, when Brian's grandmother was around, she would tell me to stay away from her daughters. She would tell me not for me to tell them my business.
Was she telling you that they was crazy?
Yep. And since she passed on, I'm like, oh, she was right. Oh, she is right. Oh, I'm like, it's like stars hitting me in my face, like, oh. And I'm like, I was trying to be friendly. I was trying to be, keep, everything together. But I'm like, oh.
Okay. I don't know. They weren't even my in-laws, but grandparents, that other side of grandparents is something else. Sometimes.
Because I ain't gonna lie, y'all. All of mine's are gone, so it's a part of me that wishes I had that fuss. And I've never. My mother passed away right when me and my husband got together. My husband's mother had already passed away in 2005, and so neither of us had the mother in-law experience, but I have no doubt. Like my mother knew who Kevin was, my husband, before she passed. Like because me and my husband have known each other for years, and so my mother knew who he was, and so I know for a fact my mother and my husband would have been like this. Would have been like this, and then I know that I would have been like this with his mom. Just because I see how a lot of traits that he says I have in his mother, you know. So I wish I would have had that mother-in-law experience. Now we got, you know, my father is still here, both of my fathers, my biological and my stepfather. And so they have a good relationship with my husband, thank God. Because I don't know how my temper and even my husband's his other family, like his aunts and his uncles, I have a good relationship with all of them. I thank God that I was blessed with the in love that I do have, because they've actually, you know, helped me to, they've helped me, you know, teach me and help me to learn and help me to grow, you know, about myself. I can honestly say that. And so I thank God, because the way my temperament and my mouth is set up, I don't think it would have been good if I would have had to deal with, like, you know, crazy in-laws. Thank God saw in me.
See, my husband, I wasn't married to my kid's father, but my husband, like, it's perfect. Like when we do family functions, my family, we put both families together and it's just one big happy family, you know. So that's a good thing. Me and my mother-in-law, I'm the only daughter-in-law. She has no daughter. She got all boys. So I'm the only daughter-in-law. So it's like everything is on me.
They expected you to do everything.
You know what? I have to say her boys are really, really good, but I step in when they tell me, like, hey, I need you to do this, I step in there. But she calls me though. Now she calls me. Like she calls me to do this, do that, you know, and stuff like that. She never had a daughter. So, you know, and I'm the only legal daughter-in-law. So yeah.
Right.
So
y'all know what? My mother-in-law just passed away a few months ago.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, my husband didn't have he wasn't raised by her. He was just raised by the dad. The dad was, you know, the caregiver. However, him and my mom, when I tell you them two bonded, they bonded up to the point where when she passed away, and I love my husband, and everything that needed to happen after the day that she passed away, he did. He stepped up and he did what he needed to do. But that man broke down when my mama died, the day that she died. Like he didn't know if he was coming or going. You know, I was at work when it happened. I had to come home, get the twins together, and this man was pacing the house. He didn't know whether to get in a car. He didn't know whether to put the kids' pants on. The poor man was, because he didn't have that mother thing. So him and my mother had developed that. And he was fucked up. I didn't get a chance to get that though. You know, the whole mother-in-law thing.
Me neither.
Which, you know, I don't know. It might be good. It might be bad. I don't know. You know, he tell me not to worry about it, and I don't. But
I don't know how to act when people are rude to me. Especially like family members and stuff, because
my mother-in-law is the sweetest ever. She's so sweet. My mother.
That's my little bestie. I love her.
And another
you know
thing
what, Sir Neale? When somebody oh, go ahead, baby.
No, like even like with my cousins, when they like mingle with me, whatever, if I do anything wrong, you tell me right then and there. You don't let it sit and stir and fester. You tell me right then and there. So the next day, I shouldn't have the same. You should be like, Nate, that was rude. Neale, that was wrong. You don't let it sit and become like an 8-month thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it really turned into something that it never had to be. And this is throwing me off this camera. I have to use the camera on here, and this camera is throwing me off.
With the devil, baby.
The camera is throwing me off. I'm trying to look at y'all, and then the camera got me looking other ways because I had to use the camera because my camera was making me look white.
The hair going.
Give me cases.
Wait,
Come and give me kisses. I told you I was gonna annoy your ass. Give me kisses with your fat ass.
No, she's coming up
Give
here.
me
She got
kisses
a
with your
bag
fat ass.
up on the damn camera. Okay.
You see, I got on the camera.
Go like that.
Oh.
Do the Rolling Ray. Go ahead. Strike. Go ahead. Purr. Go ahead. Do the
Call her.
Introduce me to, you know, being at his videos, and I'll be like, this just cannot be real. Like, this is just
it's real. Son, it's
Y'all know
real.
who he
It's
was
real.
before I started sending y'all his videos?
No,
Yes.
I didn't know who he was.
I knew who he was, but I
I
didn't know he was in a thing. I remember him. He was on a court show. That's how he got known.
That's why I seen him at the court show. Yes, him and his ex-boyfriend or something. But I never know. I didn't know who he was. But honey, my head down.
I'm obsessed with Catfish, and so I first seen him on Catfish Trolls. He came on there because he was getting into it with another dude, another fabulous guy that was on there. But he rolled up in their wheelchair.
Oh yeah, I seen the clip.
Oh no, I need to see that.
I only saw him on a court show. That's the only thing I see him on.
I got a video, and I will send the video to y'all.
The court show was indignant. I found the court show. It was indignant as a mother. I was like, really?
Yes.
Is he rolling around in front of Judge Toller?
Yeah, I see that a few years ago. He was rolling.
But y'all know
Judge Toller. Yes, Toller.
But that's the reason why. That's the reason why we have to, you know, because listen, a couple of us up here on this panel we got personal relationships with not disabled but challenged people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch them, and just because you know they got a label on them, don't mean they stupid. Don't get it twisted. Ain't nothing wrong with them. Ain't nothing wrong when they speak perfect English and they know right from wrong. Don't get it twisted.
Pure example. My godson.
He trying to get in the damn thing, and I like time for it. Listen, sir. So come on.
When my godson says he don't like somebody, he's autistic, I believe him 1,000%.
Oh, you have to.
They go like,
he doesn't like somebody, I believe him 1,000%.
What's going on, girl?
Yep.
It's not like it's not like our rationale, how we try to rationalize. Okay, give this person a chance. But when my godson says he doesn't like somebody, he knows it automatically. He's autistic, and he's like, nope.
When he speaks, you better goddamn listen because he know. And another thing, and I can say this from experience, a lot of these people with special needs, they got special needs strength. So when they tell your ass, you goddamn listen.
And they do not know they do not know how do not know their power. But if a kid, I'm saying like even with my son got Down syndrome right now, and he like it was this one lady that my mom, she owns her own business, home healthcare too. And so my baby loves everybody, but he did not like this lady. He didn't want to go to her office. She would give him money. Hey, no, my son loves money. Like that's all he wants is money. He wouldn't even take money from her. He didn't want to mess with her.
I'm good.
He was like, no.
I'm good. I know that's right.
I seen Joyce put in Team Autism. I'm like, yes, baby, Team Autism. I got you.
Team Autism. I got two of them, Joyce.
Son. Yep, Joyce son. So all y'all got sons, they got autism.
Yeah, do you know? So my twins are a boy and a girl, and the boy got autism and the girl don't.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that something?
Yeah.
Well, I know people who had kids with Down syndrome and had twins, but one would have Down syndrome and the other one wouldn't.
Yes, I've seen that happen a lot where the twins, one has is born with some sort of either mental illness or either some physical disability, and the other one is born with nothing.
Yep. So they say, hey. They say that autism affects boys more than it affects girls. So when I had my oldest son, who's 15 with autism. He has Asperger. When they told me, I know, Mama. When they told me that he had it, my doctor told me that if I had any more children, it was highly likely that my boys would have autism. I wasn't expecting to have a girl. So when I got pregnant and we found out it was twins and there was a boy and a girl, I was nervous. And then, they came out, everything was fine. I started noticing the same developmental, and it wasn't even developmental, it was more emotional delays. Because that's what autism really, Asperger, I should say, it's an emotional connection and understanding that they don't grasp. I started noticing them with my boy, but not with the girl. And they're completely different. But God was good to me because she is literally like his mama. She talks to him like I do. She handles him the same way I do, and I thank God for that.
Protective of him, like my nephew.
Very.
He is very protective of me, and I'm protective of him. Like he would be like, "Not this way, Uncle. This way." And that's what I tell him. But he be like,
they are so sweet. Autistic children are the sweetest. They are. And Down syndrome too. I think a lot of kids with disabilities are just the sweetest thing in the world. Like, man, always trying to kiss me and hug me and want to be underneath me. That's my son.
He hugs me 1,000 times a day when he away. What you doing?
Yeah.
But then what cracks me up with him when you call him. And if he's doing something, y'all get on my nerves. I'm busy. I'll be like,
me and my nephew have I have a joke with my nephew. The joke with my nephew be like, nigga, you gay. He's like, I'm not gay. I love you. But no, he's like, I love you. And he like hugs me, like he like grabs my arm like hella tight. And I was like, gay.
I know what too though, siblings, kids, older siblings, they get overlooked sometimes when they have younger, or even siblings, period, when they have a sibling with a disability and stuff like that. So what I did for my kids, I signed them up for like little workshops and stuff, to teach them how to deal with a brother, a sibling that has a disability and stuff like that. They were real young when they went through that stuff. But I can say, my kids, honey, you better not try them.
Okay.
You better not.
You be in a fight for your life. You be in a fight for your life.
And they will be in a fight for your life. I'm not even talking about just his older two siblings behind me. He has a gang of siblings on his dad's side. And when I mean they coming full force, all of them coming full force. If you even look at him wrong.
There's one call and everybody getting jumped. Everybody getting jumped. Everybody getting jumped.
In a damn event, it's going to be 100 motherfuckers popping. It's going to be a war.
But I have to say, I have been blessed, and I have to say, he's 19, and out of 19 years, he has never been bullied. He has never been talked about at school. I has never messed with him because he's always been the go-to kid. Like, he is like the center of attention kid, and so like even like. And I always kept him in a regular classroom. Like he didn't stay in the confined classroom. He went to only a confined classroom for reading and math. Everything else was with his regular period.
Don't make me emotional in this room right now. I'm about to walk away.
Don't you do that, boy.
Nah. It's what she said.
You look. He's not even his teacher still call and check on him. The principal still call and check on him. Like
that's how KJ is with a lot of his classmates.
They still remember his birthday. They mailed stuff for him for his birthday. Everything. Like he always been the kid that even in the store now, they'd be like, "Hey, what's up, man?" and stuff like that. So like, and he'd be like, "Give me a call sometime, dude." Give him his number.
What Tracy's talking about, the resolution will call
on the Capitol.
Oh Lord,
we're gonna get into that in just a minute.
Yeah. Well, Auntie Momo conducted. Go ahead, Momo.
Right. We get to kick in when we get on here because we do. It's a natural thing that we got going on.
Right. No.
before we get into the whole
Joyce, that's a blessing.
and the craziness that went on with that, first and foremost, the two things that we're going to be getting into on tonight's topics, we're going to be talking about, of course, the thugs and the domestic terrorists that rioted our nation's capital.
Right.
You know, these domestic terrorists that are done on us. We're going to talk about that. First and foremost, what we're going to be getting into, y'all, we're going to get into Miya Ponsetto.
Oh, that girl.
She is also known, aka as SOHO Karen.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't know who she is, Miya Ponsetto is 22 years old. She is the woman that accused, what was the boy's 14-year-old Keon Harold Jr. of stealing her iPhone from an Arno hotel in Manhattan last month. Now, the father was the one that actually caught that footage on his camera, and he released that footage. Now, the father, he's actually a producer or something like that, isn't he?
A jazz musician.
Jazz musician. Yeah. So he's
yes. The right one.
He got the right one. He got a nigga, an intelligent nigga with some money in his pocket and a little bit of clout that can put your ass on blast. And that's exactly. Now, she not only verbally accused this young man, a 14-year-old young man, of stealing her phone, but she actually went and tackled him, physically assaulted him, and accused him of stealing her phone. Yeah. Now, after all that, the footage was released and set up. Now, recently, Mia sat down with Gayle King where they did an interview, and Gayle was coming at her like she should have. Like, look here, you're a grown-ass woman, you accused this young man of stealing his phone. You potentially have the situation could have went 1,000 different ways on 100 different goddamn days, but luckily it went. And so her response was, "I'm 22 and
Puerto Rican.
I'm 22 and I'm an American woman and what is me accusing a guy of stealing a phone? What makes that racist?" Gayle was coming at her ass like basically, bitch, look here.
No, what got me, Miss Karen? Hold up, Gayle.
Yeah, calm down, Gayle. It was enough. When she said enough to Gayle, I was like, ooh.
Enough. Now, Gayle was good. On the one hand, they did it via what we doing right here, conversation. Because I think if they would have been face to face, or at least I hope if they were face to face, Gayle would have checked her ass. Because had it been your auntie, I'd have checked her goddamn ass. I'd have checked the shit out of her goddamn ass. Real quick. She can pause the air. I can snatch the air. And I'd snatch the goddamn ass up. It was the entitlement for me. So I'm gonna stop talking. I want to get y'all's opinion. What do y'all think about the whole interview and the whole entitlement of it? And and also let's not forget that the Uber driver was the one that returned her phone because she left it in the car. So the Uber driver was the one that actually was returned the phone back to her. She wanted to make herself have the nerve to cry victim and made it seem like the father physically attacked her when the camera footage actually came out. That he was
slammed her to the ground. She said he slammed
her. That's all she got.
Her hair.
She lucky that's all she got, because if you touch my 14-year-old son, honey, I'm going to stomp you in the ground.
I'm going to jail.
Thank you. Can somebody jail? Can somebody
she'd have been spinning all around. You understand? Like, you are so lucky, homegirl.
She got away clean. Hold
up. Hopefully, God willing, she's gonna get them 4 felonies, and they're gonna have fun with her little behind.
They can't let her get away with that. For one thing, he's a minor. She attacked a minor. They cannot let her get away with it.
Not to mention, this is not her first altercation in the hotel. Her and her mother have been known to be drunkenly inappropriate in public places. They have both been arrested.
And the way her mother's responded,
remember the same interview that Auntie Mama was talking about. Her mom was sitting right there next to her, didn't check her.
No,
She
that
was
was
sitting
her
right next to
mother.
her.
That was her mother. That was her attorney.
No,
that was her attorney.
That was her
That
attorney.
was her attorney, and
Her
her
That was
attorney
sitting
said
in the Gayle
something
King
wrong
one.
with her.
Her attorney was trying to get her to stop saying what she was saying. But
Yes.
In the Gayle King interview.
Yeah, that was her attorney.
And her attorney
Oh,
also
child.
Oh, that's even worse.
No,
That was
why
her
is
attorney?
Why is her to pick off that hat?
No,
that she
because what I'm
wears?
saying is worse is because she's been in 2 altercations with her mother in a hotel setting. I thought that was her mother. She
I
has
thought
been,
it was
apprehended
That
in
was
other
the-
hotel
a
settings.
hell of an attorney where we can't even tell that you an attorney. I'm like, what the
No,
fuck?
her attorney, if you
Yeah,
pay
her
attention to the
attorney.
video, y'all, the
Listen.
attorney was telling her to hush. You have to look at the attorney lips. She was telling her to hush. Even after that, they did an interview, talked to the attorney. The attorney said she's not following, basically, she's not following her advice. And she said that
You know, attorney.
You ain't gonna drop her because you know people give you signs and signals. I'm pretty sure she was like that when they
Attorney.
had the whatever they call that, what they call that, the conference or whatever, the consultation.
Yeah.
But it's a profile case, so any attorney, it's a good thing for attorneys to take that. But the attorney also said that something is mentally wrong with her too, though.
So you know what?
You don't think she was wrong, and the way she went all haywire in that hotel, but all the proof was there that was not. It wasn't, but it wasn't even hers. That's the thing. It's one thing, okay, if you made a mistake and you thought it was, but it was proven before she got all irate. It's not your phone. This ain't your phone number. She tried to make all these excuses of how like this boy performed magic to turn her phone into his phone. You get what I'm saying? Who can do that? Like our phones are pretty amazing, but I don't think that you could just take your stuff.
No, it's not. No, it ain't that serious.
She just viewed him as a criminal. She just viewed him as a criminal because he was a young black man.
That was it.
Now her attorney can
Yes,
she could drop her. Her attorney could drop her. She could go to court and say, "Look, it's been a breakdown in the attorney-client relationship. I can't do nothing with her. She ain't listening.
I can't do
They got laws for that where you can walk away. However, they make it hard actually."
You talk about the daddy's hat.
The attorney had advised her not to wear that hat. Gayle had said that. She had spoken with the attorney, and the attorney advised her not to wear that dumbass hat.
That made me feel like she was like,
I would drop her.
Sugar daddies or something. The sugar babies or sugar daddies or something like. That's what I thought.
That she know something funny. You know, sugar babies and sugar daddies are big thing. She probably was advertising. You gotta say she's on a commercial for herself to get some more sugar daddies.
That's what I'm saying.
When she's in
You're supposed to listen to your attorney.
She was
my nigga, the word is called aloof.
And advertising, I feel like maybe in a way. Why is you wearing a hat saying
daddy?
Right.
No, it's called aloof. It's called aloof.
Told her ass not to do that. And of course, the entitlement of it all, she was like, no, she refused. And then y'all know, soon after she did that interview, she was arrested on a DUI.
Yep.
Yes, drug out the car.
She was arrested
drug out the car.
She was arrested
after that. After the interview, there was a small
arrested
police chase. How they said that the report said.
Right,
bro.
That's crazy.
I have a Find My Phone app. So if you were such a genius home girl, that's what you should have did, and then your phone would have been ringing, and you'd be like, "Oh, that's my phone." I've done that plenty of times with my little Galaxy. Like, you understand, like, because you know phones look alike. Somebody tried it. You find my phone, it started ringing. Give me my shit, thank you. So that's what.
Right. See, I thought she was arrested for the charges of what she did at the hotel. See, that's what I took from the situation, that she was arrested for the charges.
So it was a separate charge that she was arrested for?
Maybe it was.
She's already on probation. She's already on probation.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, she's already on probation. The article that I read is they said that she got arrested like immediately after that for a DUI. So I don't know. The story could have been wrong, but she got arrested.
The whole probably decade away from
Gayle, you know what? I don't like Gayle. Gayle can go to hell, all I care.
I'll choose Gayle over that little.
Because she's Oprah's girlfriend.
No, I don't like her or I used to love Oprah, but F both of them.
Right, they not. Yeah, they all that. They the mold of the
I know. I don't have no respect. No. They don't get no.
They know what that interview that she did. She was like, she was trying to ask different people who coming in the door. I would say you wasn't asking everyone because they said, did you ask everyone who coming to the door? Did you got their phone? She said, no. She was just asking. I think you was basically discriminating and trying to figure out.
That's exactly what you're doing.
Basically, yes.
Everybody coming in had your phone. You said, did you got my phone? Did she got my phone?
She looked all around and see the faces that look like her and point out one and that was the one.
I don't like they could get somebody else to interview her.
That's not for sure like nobody, but I'm like
I was just gonna say that. I'm gonna say Sunshine don't give a shit. She don't like no goddamn
I stand on that, and I'm not racist, but I stand with my people. I stand with my people. I stand with my people. I'm sorry. You got a platform because I'm gonna put it like this. If a black person was up there and Gayle interviewed them and told her to what the girl say, hush down or
Gayle
wouldn't handle that situation if it was a black person up there. That's how I seen it because I done seen her in action.
I didn't have no feelings one way or the other about Gayle. I've never just been a big fan of hers, but I've never disliked her neither. You know what I'm saying? But I lost all respect for her when she did the interview with Lisa Leslie and she tried to say something sideways about her.
Right. Exactly. I lost respect for her a long time ago before the
Gayle was like a negative and a positive. It's a zero. It wasn't. It's like you're just there. Like she wasn't really effective. I didn't care for her, but that's when she tipped the scale in the fuck you bitch land for me with that whole Kobe shit. Where I was like, oh, can't fuck with you.
That's when she tore her ass with me.
That's
the problem I had with Gayle and Oprah right there. I ain't talking about that's the problem I have with them right there. That situation right there because y'all sit up there and praise him about he done the same thing worse than Bill Cosby.
Mm-hmm.
And Bill Cosby, I don't care. Them women, they want to sleep their way to the top. So hey. That's how I look at it.
That's what I was saying last week. That's what I was saying last week about like I don't like to put levels on certain types of abuses. Crazy. But what R. Kelly did and what Bill Cosby did is completely two different things. It's two different things.
But even with Bill Cosby, I'm still saying it's a setup situation. At the end of the day, like a lot of them wanted to sleep their way to the top. It's too convenient that 20, however many people, way more than the normal amount of people that want to come out in solidarity that I've been raped, come together.
After 20 years, though.
Right.
I threw the whole shit out when Janice Dixon, scrolled her little scrawny ass up here. Yeah. She herself said she can't even remember the 70s because she did so much fucking drugs. So how did you get drugs? Exactly. That's what you was doing. You was picking up Columbia home, girl. Don't play with people. Don't play with people.
That interview with Gayle King and R. Kelly was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it was. That was hilarious.
That shit was hilarious.
That was That was hilarious.
But yeah, they had nothing to say about their little friend Harvey Weinstein. That's why I feel like they made it so high.
That interview.
That's the problem I have with them. Right. That's my problem.
Or Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein, which is the one that killed himself. Jeffrey Epstein is the one that killed himself.
Yeah. They was doing a whole lot of extracurricular stuff. And
they had an island. They had a whole island to do their extracurricular.
I like that.
A whole island.
On the R. Kelly situation, I fought the parents before I fought him.
Right. And you ain't got nothing to say. You ain't got to do it. They probably was down with it too. They probably was on pedophile island themselves, sitting there like, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Gayle, yeah. You know what the thing is? Like, once your husband takes you to a pedophile island, you got to be like, where the fuck am I going?
Right.
One time. He can take you to an island and you be like, oh, this is beautiful. But when you understand what's going on there, bitch, you go back the second time, that's your fault.
You complicit.
Exactly.
You complicit.
Yeah.
So your husband like, we're going here to have a beautiful time. We're going there to an island, luxuriate and all that shit. And you see what's going on and you go back again, bitch. You complicit.
But guess what, Sir Neale?
I see little kids walking around on door collars and all kind of weird stuff. Because there's some weird stuff was going on over there. It's time
exactly.
Yeah, so
the wife. Why would you go back with your husband? You shouldn't even let your husband go back there.
You're supposed to snitch.
Yes.
If you got children, if you're the wife and you got children, you're supposed to snitch. That's one of them times when it's okay to snitch. Because you know how many mamas is out here crying about them babies that's on that island that they missing. So it's one of them times when it's okay for you to snitch.
And that's why you don't fuck with pedophiles, because they target children.
I'm gonna want to sit there and question my kids next. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you got them kind of tendencies. Them tendencies don't cut off
exactly. But
kids, not my kids.
Will coast. A lot of pedophiles won't go towards their children, but they'll target their children's friends.
Exactly.
So imagine you're bringing your best friend over all the time, and your best friend becomes
and that's what Epstein's little weird ass was doing.
Hey, Vanity,
and go get a little 16-year-old, right? Buy her all this stuff, do all this weird stuff, playing.
Hey, nasty girl. Nasty girl in the chat.
From the school. That's exactly what he did, Sir Neale. Like, come to my friend's house, come to my friend's house, have a cool time, and then the cool wasn't that cool.
That's a good question.
You said, did they fall? So
okay, the two young ladies.
Oh yeah, they not cool. They did.
No, they're not cool.
Okay.
No, they're not cool.
Yeah.
We have the altercation. We have the altercation.
And the other one,
I do too. I blame the parents. You're responsible for your kids. And if you let your kids go with this man, that's just like back in the day. My mama would have let me go with this man and known that he was with Aaliyah and married him. You sold me to him. You sold me to make so I can make. That's what you did.
If you look at, like, not trying to be funny, Jocelyn or whatever her name is. If you look at her family is real entertainment. We trying to get on. They got a YouTube channel.
Attention. They're attention seeking. They're looking for attention.
That's the girl on stage, right?
She said Jocelyn.
Yes, man.
You talking about Jocelyn Hernandez?
No, the one that's cool still. That's in the shackles of R. Kelly. Her
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, her family,
like all her family is trying to be like YouTube famous. Like her dad, her mom.
Her to him.
Yep.
And everything like that, and making a big old show about it. They sold their child. They did.
And not to mention, okay, this is before COVID. They took her to a concert and was like, "This is my daughter. She'll do anything." Yeah. Look, man. Yeah. So they bought the tickets as adults and took her as an underage child to the concert and presented her to him
like on a platter,
like it was a dowry, like it was an African dowry.
That poor girl, not to blow nobody's dreams or whatever and stuff. Like everyone knows that's what it was.
No, brother, nope.
She has no talent. That girl cannot sing. There was no hope that R. Kelly was going to
sound like T-Boz. She sound like T-Boz from TLC.
Listen, exactly.
The rustic in the voice. Rustic in the voice. Rusty up in here.
Rustic. Did he say rustic in the voice?
Yes, I did.
Yep. I agree, Vanity. Yep.
She sounds rusty up in here.
Yes,
He groomed them girls. Money. As long as they were getting money, the parents didn't give a damn what the hell was going on.
But and another backdoor, I felt that the parents knew about his activity.
Oh yeah, they
like,
did. Yes,
okay, yeah, you know how you know where you okay. This is my logic. You guys can brush it off, but you know where to go buy weed from when it was.
Right, Provolone.
Come on.
Wait, what Provolone?
Stop it.
Backup dancers.
Money. That's what made him out. Because he didn't get his bread. And he made it very clear.
Guys, like, I feel the parents knew that he was about that life.
They did.
He had
Aaliyah.
Like I said, like, you know where to go get the weed from. You know the weed name. They knew to go, and that's why they went to him. It's not by coincidence.
He had Aaliyah, and Aaliyah is from my home state.
They sold her too.
Aaliyah is from my home state, and my understanding is that he had a relationship. My understanding is he had a relationship with the mom first. And ran into Aaliyah because of the mom.
I feel like there is something so much more deeper to that R. Kelly Aaliyah thing. Because when I tell you, it's the parents, especially that mama, it's some shit that she does not want to get out.
And that's why she sue everybody that try to bring out a story about Aaliyah because they sold her child.
But there's women in this world. And so I'm learning that there's some crazy folks in this world, but there's women in this world that's okay with that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Okay. They're okay with their daughters being in situations like that. They literally find these types of situations to put their children in. Like, I would never have believed it after having a child. I got a girl, you know, and I never wanted a girl because of that. I was scared to have girls because of this type of shit here. But you know, there's women in this world who are okay with that shit. Like that's what they strive for. You know what I mean? They look for the man. They don't care what they whole child going through.
Yep. That's true.
Emotionally, you know what I mean? Like if my daughter came to me and said she was in love with somebody, my ass investigating.
Yep.
Like I want to know everything about this nigga, and I'm gonna use my grown ass woman shit to see what type of nigga this is. I'm not looking at him even as a mother. I'm looking at him as a grown ass woman. Period. Like this is, I done been there, done that. Niggas done played games on me. That's how I'm looking at him.
Yeah, you need to make sure he's an up and up motherfucker for himself. And then you'll be like, okay, let me put two and two together to see if I'm gonna like
anybody
him.
That looked at R. Kelly, anybody that looked at R. Kelly should have saw a pedophile. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, you know one thing I like when people talk about R. Kelly, I never looked at him as being sexy.
Me either.
I ain't gonna lie, I did. Listen. I
like his music. His music was sexy as fuck.
His music was sexy.
Yeah.
I thought I used to be in love with R. Kelly. I'm not going to lie. That's why a part of me now is just, I look back now, thank God that I had the mother and the father that I had in my life, because I wouldn't have been one of them girls. Like, as much as I loved R. Kelly, ain't no goddamn way.
No way.
Was sending my little black fast ass on no airplane, hopping on the first thing motherfucking smoking to go get pissed on. My mama just wasn't about that life. She wasn't finna do that. You know what I'm saying? Thank God I was raised with parents that I was.
She would have bought you the CD.
Yes, I was so in love with R. Kelly though. Like had I not been raised with the parents that I was raised with, you know, I could have easily been one of them goddamn girls that just But I wouldn't have been down with the pissing on thing. That's the whole thing. You can't be pissing on me.
My daughter was telling me
for real.
Disney cartoons got a message in there or something like that, and some other stuff.
Oh yeah, wait, because Disney controls their actors.
He was a pedophile.
They control their actors. Okay, okay. I'm gonna say this. Right, I've said this before. I've been trying to become a star for a long time. I've been a child actor stuff into the music stuff.
I love that.
I've seen them do things and they try to control. Once you sign that Disney contract, it sounds still delivered. Once you sign that Disney contract, you ain't going nowhere. Your life is no longer yours. Whatever they want you to do is what you're gonna do. So those Disney kids are their whole fucking teen years, so 12 to 18. You can't do shit artistically, nothing. And I've seen the contract and I've been there, and no, you can't do nothing. So that's why Miley Cyrus went crazy. That everybody know why she went crazy, why she started picking out big dicks and dildos and being so crazy. No, because she was like, no more Disney. I'm not Miley. I'm not motherfucking Hannah Montana. I'm Miley Cyrus.
She's like, I can't be a I'm gonna just have dicks everywhere. Exactly, because the progressive steps like a normal person. I gotta be like a robot.
Right. She felt stifled.
Britney Spears' sister too. I think she got pregnant to get out of the contract.
There's a lot of things they
Britney
do
Spears' sister. I can't think of her name.
And to abuse you in the contract. Certain people you have to date, certain things you have to do, certain things you have to eat, and the regular American public doesn't understand those. You know what I'm saying? Those things. But no, fuck that. Don't sign no motherfucking contract. Walk the fuck away. Get your own money.
Not just this. There was a lot of things, especially in the music entertainment and stuff like that. Their contracts and shady business was behind closed doors. A lot of people didn't know. So it's like people was young, especially back in the 90s. It was very heavy on stories about being done, molestation.
That's like Nickelodeon, where Amanda Bills and them started coming out. I don't know if y'all remember. It was this show called Cucamonga on Nickelodeon. I used to love that show. But the fat guy, I forgot what his name is, Cucamonga, he ended up being like one of the people at Nickelodeon. He used to have pool parties with just the teen kids. All the teen actors, and they would be in bikinis and stuff. And they did a whole documentary about
Orlando Brown.
He got like 4 bodies. He got 4 bodies. He got people that committed suicide over what he did to them.
Wow, for real?
Damn.
Yeah. And those are all Nickelodeon Disney stars, and he was the producer. What
you say, Marvel? What you say?
That's what I said. A lot of contests back in the days. If you hear a lot of them now, government speaking about it, it was crazy business with this contract and stuff like that. Because they just sign their soul away, and because they want to be famous, to be stars and stuff like that. And people did a lot of crazy things. Like
that's probably why Orlando Brown his brand is the way it is. Exactly.
What was the white boy name, y'all? What was his name? I think he killed himself. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
White boy Rick ain't dead.
He was a sitcom. He was in a sitcom.
I think I know what you're talking about. I cannot remember his name.
Wait, the 2 Corys. Was it the Corey one?
Yeah, the Corys.
Remember the 2 Corys?
Yeah.
2 Corys. The Corey one, the older one, killed himself.
His family ripped him off. They wrong for how they did him.
And you know what's crazy about Gary Coleman? He really didn't have to be a little person either. Know why he was a little person? His parents wanted him because he needed to stay young longer. They kept depriving him of his kidney medicine. So that's why he was like a kid for so long and could not do that.
And that's the reason too, bro. They had to start putting the kids' money in a special trust fund. It's because of Gary Coleman's parents too. That's why the parents didn't have after that situation right there. They had to make up new laws or something to put the kids start,
I don't want to be
a certain type of trust fund.
They took all
Because
his
of Gary
money.
Coleman
That's
family.
why he had security. He didn't have a dime. All that movies, everything that he did, that sitcom, he was poor because they gave him nothing. How can you
nothing.
do that to a child?
You know another thing. Cola. Like I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but like you just said in reference with them not giving him his kidney medicine to benefit off of him being a small person.
Yeah, I heard about
the guy
that.
that was just talking about with the Disney videos, how a person won in the court of law is because they showed a pattern of him making he making feet videos, foot videos, and like the sitcom, he would make them show their feet. And when they caught him up, he had like foot videos on his computer. And so he was a whole director and a weirdo. So they put 2 and 2 together and showed that he was actually in when we were growing up, our Disney, Nickelodeon and stuff, he would always like foot stuff. He was actually a predator and was fetishizing, if I said that appropriately, off of children's feet.
Yeah,
that's disgusting. That's disgusting.
You wouldn't know that. Looking at it. You would, especially because we was young. What we was like, we would laugh at it.
Entertainment
show. And we all probably heard this before, or even seen it.
The Brady Bunch. Let's not forget about the Brady Bunch.
They all like innuendos in the video.
Everybody, let's not forget about
you can't see that you have to catch. That's like in Aladdin, the stars. They say sex. They do a lot of pedo stuff in it. There's a scene in Aladdin where you can see.
Yes, my daughter. That's what I was talking about. Yes.
But it's things that you're really looking at it that you can miss it. Like somebody.
My daughter told me all about that. Yeah, she said that. She was like, "Mom, you just gotta pay attention to him when you watch him again." She was like, "I went back and watched a lot of them, and it's true." She was like, "It's true." I was like, "I don't want to watch it." I don't want to think of it.
That's so not trying to be funny. You can
I be feeling bad. I be like, damn, they like tricked me like a motherfucker.
You understand? That's how they used to say they could put messages in the music back in the day, play it backward and stuff. That's basically the same thing. You can see stuff and not see stuff, but your brain picks it up. But you understand? It's training your brain. That
it's just like somebody, like they said, like somebody repeating something over and over and over again.
Yes,
that's right.
That should have to change.
It's called brainwashing and manipulation.
Wait, guys, wait. Auntie Momo, how's it going? What's our next subject? Sorry, we on the tangent.
How you been?
Happy New Year. No, y'all are good. This is what we do.
I thought we was on a tangent.
We got some new people.
But we family, so families going on a tangent.
That's what we do.
We got a long at 9:30, y'all.
We do.
We got some new people.
I'm just being respectful because I love everybody.
No, we gotta go make sure that we support our homegirl. UP, she is having her live at 9:30, so we need to
so we gotta
wait.
Gang, gang.
It's 10:30. It's 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. 9:30 Central Time.
Right.
9:30. It's only 6:07 over here. How y'all over in minutes?
It's 9:07 here now.
It's 8:07.
There's some new people in the chat. I think we should acknowledge right quick. Say hi to some new people in the chat. I saw Too Strong and Vanity.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Classy. I seen you.
Vanity.
Classy Creations. Hey, boo.
Hey, Classy.
Oh, Nomi just came in the house.
Hey, Nomi.
Hey,
Nomi.
You know what's up, Nomi?
Hello.
Hey, Joyce. I had to type earlier because I didn't want to be rude. So
yes, let's get into our final topic tonight so we can be on time for Unspoken Purposes Live tonight, y'all. So you guys,
so everybody can go over there.
Yeah, we're gonna drop the link.
Y'all drop the link. If I can, I'm trying to keep up with the
I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll add it and do it.
Somebody drop it in my Instagram DM.
Somebody drop it in my
Instagram DM.
Y'all already know. This past Thursday on the 6th, we had some terrorists and some thugs that overtook our nation's capital. It was a whole lot of goddamn going on. I had a whole lot of questions. Now, if y'all caught the live that I did on my Instagram on Thursday, you seen that there was a lot of questions that I have. If y'all not following me on Instagram, please do so that way you won't miss my lives. I'm gonna try to go live every morning, Monday through Thursday, whenever I go to work, so you can ride with me to work. We're just gonna be listening to music, talking shit. But I had some questions about everything that happened.
No,
now,
bro, no, I'm sorry,
okay,
bro. No.
It's
Wait,
okay.
what happened?
Okay, Provolone, yes.
No.
Dahlia, I have not bought that book yet. I have not bought that book yet, Dahlia, but yes, I will. And if you can, Dahlia, can you drop the link to that book? There's a book that Dahlia is recommending for us to read. She's going to leave some information. As a matter of fact, when we get to talking about it, I'm going to leave some information in my description box about this book. It's about Black empowerment. So we need to make sure that we
drop
the information about that down there. And bro, Malone, baby, we are family up in here. That's what we do. We are going to sit talking aunties, uncles, and cousins.
We don't never stay on topic.
Never.
We don't never stay on topic.
I can't think of a doggone live that we did that we have ever stayed on topic.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna stay on topic because I had got my little anchor woman wig and shit. It was like my little, black SOHO Karen. I'm doing topics like this.
Hey, Cola.
Yes.
You so fine. You so
Ain't she,
fine.
girl?
Hey, pretty thing. You so
Come through
cute.
with the bob. Come through with the Come through with the lead.
We all fine. All of us. We so
Right, Cola, you can get, baby, you can get all the beans on Bigo right now because you got all the beans ready, baby. You can get all the beans.
You could be a good bean thought right about now.
Yes, she would make that quota. She would make that shit.
Okay.
She would
But
get
y'all,
5
the snow bunnies invaded. The snow bunnies were acting a fool at the Capitol, y'all. Niggas was busting up into our
Not the snow bunnies.
Yes, the mountain people.
The snow monkeys, you mean?
Yeah, the
Right,
mountain
who
people.
was acting like the monkeys that day?
These motherfuckers went up there
Okay.
and they were absolutely goddamn ape shit. Okay.
Besides the
Now,
seriousness,
as much as they call us monkeys, as much as they call us crazy, they call us thugs, all of that shit that they call us, these same people have the nerve to go somewhere now as ratchet as I can be. I do know that the Capitol is sacred place. The Capitol is a sacred space. And that's something that we are supposed to show respect to. That's something that that's just how I feel. That just like how you go to the church, that sacred space, you're supposed to respect that. Now,
let them know.
These monkeys went up in there. They done broke it. Now, first and foremost, like I said, I had a couple of questions on my IG, so I'm gonna bring my, questions that I had here. First and foremost, where the fuck was the damn security?
Crazy, like monkeys.
Off top.
Where was
the
security?
fuck was that?
And the security that was there, I know y'all seen all the video footage. This one I seen just recently, one of the politicians or whatever, this motherfucker went out a back door and he seen all of them people right there that were itching to come in. This motherfucker went out the back door, pushed it open, and let their ass come in through the back
door. Exactly.
What I'm saying is that some way, shape, or form, it was planned. Because that
I believe you, brother.
They knew this was happening, or whoever got wind that it was happening, they would collapse with the security.
It's coming.
Because I know when we had that Black Lives Matter at the Capitol, people, every road was
they have to have a meeting before they even protest Black Lives Matter.
Yeah. So how
they had each other on speed dial, ready.
When these people's coming, and all of a sudden they get inside the thing, go inside the building, and I was like, I don't feel so sorry for those people because I
want to hear something even crazier that we all probably forgot about, but I happen to, when you scroll through and you see stuff in 2013, right? The Capitol building security killed a black woman. Know why they killed a black woman? They killed the black woman for making a wrong illegal use.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
I remember that. Yeah.
So, you know, how was this able to take place if y'all over here shooting people for wrong direction?
Because of this right here was not the honey. They the right skin color, honey. That's all in him.
Remember, I was telling you guys during the when it was all breaking down, I was immersed in it.
Yes, Nomi, yes.
Mainly because I was getting like freelance writing jobs because I'm, you know, a freelance journalist. So I get like the backlog. I get like the shit of that, you know, when it's too busy. It's nothing too fancy. Don't get excited. But I have to back research things. And I was back researching and I was seeing so many things the news wasn't showing. I was like, is this really happening? Is this really happening? And then I found the footage of the man throwing the fire extinguisher at the police officers that they're not showing on the news. He literally like picked it up with his full velocity and
they shot another police officer. They have video
off of one police officer's head and hit the other police officer's head. And not to mention when they first went to the Capitol, all the rioters, they got the fire extinguishers and they were the first ones spraying the fire extinguisher dust or whatever to for a guy.
Yep, too strong.
To veil what they were doing. They were doing. It was planned. It was planned. It was planned. It was planned. And just like I was saying on Carla's show the other day on her live, if it takes time for you to go to the bathroom and shit in your hand, and then go rub it all over it, you thought about that shit.
Right.
Disgusting.
You just don't go shit in your hand like, oh, I'm gonna shit in my hand.
But that shows the level of intelligence of the people that we was dealing with or whatever.
Exactly.
Because why would you even want to shit in your hand in the first? What the fuck is that supposed to do?
The monkeys do chimpanzees. Ape shit.
And they had no
that's
fear.
exactly what monkeys and apes do. They throw their shit. Yep.
Exactly. When I used to go to the zoo and watch the monkeys at the zoo, I used to be so perplexed as a kid. Like, Daddy, why they eating and throwing their shit? Like, you understand exactly.
And another thing I want to bring up, we all need to think about as Black people and everybody listening. Remember, they did all of that. It was supposed to be impromptu. It was supposed to be, we just wanted to march for our peace. Remember, they had to bring plywood.
They had shields
and rope because they built a whole gallows in front of a whole gallows to hang people. To hang people in front of the Capitol building.
Right.
And they had to have a meeting. The people that was leading Black Lives Matter had to have a meeting before they was even allowed to go there and protest. Let's not forget about that.
You have to have a permit to protest anywhere. When you want to go to protest,
they didn't have that.
They just showed up exactly.
In 45, he put a hit out on his VP by sending them there.
That's what that was for.
They stormed the Capitol to try and find Pence. They didn't really give a damn about the rest of them. They wanted that
He called him stupid and scary and all kind of crap. 45.
A coward. He called him a coward.
He kept reiterating he won't do the right thing. That's why I say, just because you didn't say go kill him, you can tell somebody to go do something to somebody without just
saying told them to do it without telling them to do it. They know how to read.
It's called a dog whistle.
And then also too, just like a couple of months ago when they was doing debate, he told the P boys, because I don't know if we can say their name or not. He told the P boys, stand down and stand back. What happened that day is what he meant by stand down and stand back. Exactly. That's what he meant.
I can't climb a wall like that because we ain't no fucking monkeys. That's why we can't climb a wall like that. It ain't in our DNA.
Nope. I call them donkeys. I call them fools donkeys at the Capitol.
These people got a whole army with full arms, rubber bullets, tear gas.
That's like in New York with the George Floyd stuff. People, how many people was getting beat the hell up by police and knocked in the forehead and whatnot with rubber bullets? Because rubber bullets are rubber, but they hurt.
I heard that too.
People
they weren't taking selfies.
Yep.
They weren't taking selfies. That's what they want to do.
Them wasn't.
The FBI National Guard offered to assist, but they were told they were not needed.
Afterwards.
They were told that by the president.
Let's remember too, y'all, that the White House security and police are different from the Washington D.C. police. There are two different.
Right. Yeah.
They don't.
But the National Guard is deployed.
Rejects, because most of them people look like they tried out for Duck Dynasty. I'm sorry, I don't. They look real
It was a bunch of hillbillies up there.
Ninjas. You ain't lying.
But the National Guard is deployed by the president.
Yep.
And he didn't deploy them. He waited.
Oh, wait a minute. No. Let me tell you something. The National Guard and the Army told, now I saw this interview, said we don't work for him. We don't work for 45.
So who sent them out? When who made the call?
It wasn't him. It was
Pence had to call.
He did not do that. No.
Not doing that.
No.
He's like, yeah.
And they said that man, whoever is the head of the Army security, whatever, he said we do not work for 45. We don't answer to him.
Oh, so Pence had to call the National Guard. So them people was trying to get in there to either do something to Pence or get a hold of them votes.
Yeah, because
Pence, they wanted to pay for votes.
He was
Go ahead, Mother. Go ahead.
Yeah, because it was like, because Pence was. He was not trying to go agree with 45 with the results. He was saying, listen, it is. It is what it is. Biden is the winner. This is what it is. You got to concede. You got to let go. He was not trying to have that. So
throw him out. Don't count him.
Not trying to be funny. That whole vice presidency, because even with the you know, the election, like the debates and stuff like that, when the poor little dead flower was on his head and whatnot, his heart was not into it because he knew that man was full of shit. Like, I'm saying, you requested me to be your running mate, but I don't you want to fuck my whole life up. Me and my family. Pence want to leave the office peaceful and be able to go to McDonald's or wherever the fuck he go, and people not want to spit on him. You understand?
So basically 45 got mad because basically when VP would not throw out them votes, he told him to throw them out and all that. That's when he got to call him weak. He got to call him stupid. And that's
but you know what happened?
He made that tweet talking about all that stuff and told them people that they did us wrong, they cheated us. He sent them people to go after Prince. That's what the VP.
You know what happened though that same night, the congressmen, they actually stood behind Pence, even the Republicans. So I stayed up the whole night and watched it. And the process was there. We knew that there was some states that were going to object to the votes that came, the electoral college votes that came in for that night. I mean, for the election. And they did. They objected. Well, the part of the process for objecting is you object. You have to have X amount of signatures plus one from a senator. Yep. Well, first of all, we had a bunch of senators that backed out of their acknowledgement prior to. They had backed out because of what had happened a few hours earlier. That's why they backed out. They were all good before, but then they backed out. Not only that, the second part of the process was they're supposed to go into the chambers and debate the objection. So they did one, I think it was Pennsylvania. They went in to debate the objection, and them congressmen got in there and was like, we're not debating. We object, but we ain't debating about it. And kept it moving. They didn't want to talk about it.
These are regular. These things are regular. They've always been to our presidential.
Pence even laughed. There was a couple of objections where Pence chuckled because he realized that them people was like, you know what, we're not about to argue with you about these damn objections. We object. You tell us what we need.
He kind of like Pence also went off on 45 too about how
He threatened his life.
This is why people
the way
call.
Trump is acting, like, because he didn't get the electoral college this time, because like I said, it was a shit show. Him being in office, period. That was some type of
a shit show.
bullshit.
And this is why people call people that follow
maybe
him.
we
They
need to
call
go
it a
back to
cult.
those votes and check those shit. Like, you did something dirty behind the scenes that didn't work this time. You did some hackery fuckery shit that didn't work this time, because that's why he's so damn. He don't care about the popular vote. He care about the electoral college. You know that people screaming and crying about the popular vote. Like, he care about the electoral college because that's how he won last time. So whatever he did last time that worked, didn't work this time, and he's upset. You're doing
this time. I think he thought he had Pence in his back pocket because Pence is the president of the Congress.
Everybody, we need to look at how he manipulated. He's a manipulator. He manipulated his own people.
He sent a bunch of redneck hillbillies to help that man.
Everybody, and he gave them gas. He put gas in their back. He charged them
all type of shit. Like, I'm telling y'all, like them teeth. I need to the teeth was a teeth for me.
I'm glad Tracy put that in the chat.
Like, you need to be mad at your dentist. Be mad at 45 for not giving you a dental plan. That's what the fuck was going on. Like, those are the people you think.
And if you look at middle of America, they don't even have no infrastructure like that. They don't even have good medical or dentists or anything. No. And those motherfuckers that traveled, how the fuck you pay for a $600 ticket?
They took that bullshit ass
motherfucking capital
and was like,
you got $600 to fix your frontal.
Let's go. Let's take this bullshit ass $1 a day for the 19 that we
let me know.
Where's too strong? Y'all put too strong message up there. Look at that. Too strong, funny. But it's the truth. It's the truth. Unfortunately,
I can concur because she looks upset.
That's what she always mad.
Always looking pissed off.
Did y'all hear
Melania is gonna be the first woman to get a divorce and be like, "I'm just leaving. You can have everything. I don't want nothing from you."
She hates him.
She's like, "I'm gone."
Probably packed already. She just
I don't want no alimony, no child support, no nothing.
It's gone. It's gone. She wants to with divorce papers. You ain't the president no more.
Yep. Yes.
She's about to get the restraining order. And she's gonna get the restraining order. You can't come with the.
I told y'all he broke too, so she really don't have a reason to be fucking with his ass no more.
Let me tell y'all what 45 tried to do, and my dad and my mom assistant kind of broke it down. He tried to run this country like he run his business.
And yes. But quite honestly,
say it again.
You can't run that like this. You can't run this like that, honey.
But that's what he did. It's the last 4 years.
And that's why it failed.
Ran his business. That's
why it failed. That's why he failed, because that's what happened to all his businesses.
He had filed bankruptcy a lot of times.
A lot of times.
Yep.
And somebody asked the question earlier: does he get security for the rest of his life? He doesn't. He gets security.
Wait. That's
hopefully his ass up.
Let me bring this up. Okay, guys. If he gets impeached, what he does not deserve, because if he was to get out of his presidential seat that he's in now, he's via lifelong security. He has a pension that he gets yearly. He also has other benefits of being a past president. But if he gets impeached, he gets none of those things.
What is the key to that impeachment, though? Wait a minute, because
there's different levels of impeachment.
Still vote on it. The people still got to vote on it. So you can, because Bill Clinton was impeached for getting this little thing, whatever.
Again, there's levels to the impeachment.
Well, here's a real impeachment, like a real embarrassment. Like, here's your worker papers. Get the fuck out. We done with you. Moving on.
You know what? So I heard that they can't do. They could do the 25th Amendment to remove him, but the problem with that is, I guess Congress, it's either the Congress or the Senate, is not coming back into session until the 19th, which is the day before. So it will almost not make any sense to do it. But if they did do it, the point would be to make sure that he doesn't get. Oh my God!
What you mad? I don't know what y'all did.
The point is the impeachment. in the next 4 years, right? Because if he's impeached,
the point would be to make sure that he can't hold another federal office. Yeah, if they did. Right. So they're saying do it anyway, even though you wouldn't be able to get him out before the 20th. If you do it anyway, he wouldn't be able to run again in 4 years.
Right.
Well, I didn't know just started. Because he could have just took the presidency, the first one that he had, and wore it like a nice little badge to everyone. Like, hey, I used to be the president. I used to be the president. Like, you know, even though he didn't deserve it then, but you should have just went gracefully. He need a smudge on that. Like, I don't want like, oh, I used to be the president. I want you to be like, oh, that's the president that got kicked out. Like, you understand?
Well, he said he's not attending the inauguration, right?
And he declined. That's why, and he's like a child. Like, he announced that like
a child for real. That is so classless.
He gonna act like we care. Like, you understand? Like, oh, good. We don't want you there.
You know, thank you. Keep your ass at home.
Bruno made a good point. See, that's what okay, so if he would have like stepped down from his office and then Pence would have became, you know, president for like a week or so, Pence could have pardoned him if they were smart.
But see, he ain't bright. That's why I say he don't have presidential brain.
If they were smart.
I guess he fucked that up. He fucked that up.
Gonna be the savior. You get what I'm saying? Like, that was common sense. He don't have common sense. He said, let me rile up all the hillbillies in that past. They're going to get the job. Instead of
he has no leadership qualities. He has no leadership qualities at all. He's not a good leader.
But y'all know what? Think about that. That's why we call him the stupid person we do, because any of us would have said logically, you know what, let me chill out, and when the time come, I'll have Pence pardon me, instead of trying to cause a commotion that did nothing. Because what did them people think they did? They damaged some stuff, and they potentially got their asses in trouble, and they might be going to jail.
So far, they hillbillies like what the fuck I said, because they was going right to the trailer park. This one dude they got arrested. Here come his little old racist granny coming out there.
Thank you. And wait, they got their stupid asses on the internet talking about, look what I did. I stormed. I did. You how fucking stupid at you. And they're older than
That's like that little other white lady or whatever had a little hat on Instagram. I was scrolling through the thing. She was like, well, you know, and first we went through the door, and then, you know, we were in that.
For real.
God, you ain't never been shit your whole life. You better go down.
I saw where somebody did an article about him declining to go to the inauguration.
Yeah, he did.
And I was like, didn't nobody invite his ass? He said, didn't nobody want him there anyway?
That's a narcissist.
Okay, wait, guys. Let's bring up this point. Let's talk about
to be great. So him not being.
Let's talk about the deep fake people. Let's talk about the deep fake people.
Watch. It's gonna be a party. It's gonna be a whole key, and you not.
Yeah, it's gonna be New Year's. It's gonna be New Year's in this bitch.
Right. It's gonna be New Year, and we don't want him nowhere near Kamala and Biden. I don't want him in the same room.
I'm happy you brought that up too, because y'all gotta think about this too. Now, just think, not even just the VP or whatever, but just think how he put a target on Biden's head too, because these rednecks and these hillbillies are mad. And it's not over. Yeah. It's not over. So he put a target on his head too, because they hate him for winning.
Exactly.
And they really hate him.
You know, what's crazy is that everybody in the world.
We're gonna pray for Biden, because Biden and Kamala, because they're gonna need it, because those people that ran up on the building on the Capitol, they still out there, and it's more. The only reason they weren't in the building is because they couldn't make it in time.
Is the dummy that was on camera, but what about the people that we didn't do what they did? Funny, I seen one interview, right? I'm so pissed. I need them to find that little Mexican man with the glasses that came to the fucking shit, because I don't even know what the fuck you was doing there, talking about some, you know, it's about freedom and whatnot. This nigga that probably done kicked your aunties and whoever the fuck out for that bullshit. And
Did y'all
You
see
was getting ready to say something earlier. What was you getting ready to say, Mizzle?
Mizzle go?
Oh yeah, I was saying that. You know what's funny? Not just the people who are Biden and Harris, but look how the other countries are looking at us now. They saying how this was so easy that people stormed the secure building. Now, what if another country come in this thing and do the same thing?
It do need to be virtual.
You know what? They did. People did it. So we're gonna come and do it ourselves. It's like they're gonna be another.
Now they can show how fucking weak we are.
Yes,
exactly.
Yep.
Because the other countries were but I listen to, my family is really big on politics. I listen to the other countries like, on CNN and different channels, and they were very disappointed with saying they were praying for us, praying for over here. They was like, they have never witnessed anything like this over there. Like they called 45 out. They was like,
and you see that they shut down the Parler app. So now all of these white supremacists and all these
yes.
That should have never
been It shouldn't have. Wait, you guys, you got to look at the delusion of it all. A lot of these motherfuckers out there was delusional as fuck. They were following what Trump said. They believed it in whatever white privilege, however you want to put it, in whatever rectangle or square. Them motherfuckers was believing it. But just like we saw the girl who was screaming about, I got maced, but literally had an onion in her hand. Then we also had another man saying that he was paid. He came out and said, yes, I was paid to be a protester. Gave a whole video. Then we had the other man talk about, I'm a 65-year-old, I'm a veteran, and I love Trump so much. And then he came out and said it was staged. These are the things in between that we need to look at. Because these people are deranged, delusional in their minds.
Let's talk about the girl that got the one who when it got killed, and that was the ex
the goofy lady.
And bring up the senators, bring up people that were in council that were actually part of the riot and stuff. So this is why I'm so confused with like if it's an inside job, if it's an outside job, if it was planned or if it wasn't.
Because
we have to look at all the factors.
See how comfortably people were walking through there. It wasn't even like how sometimes
not only that
fast and people moving and doing a bunch of shit. People were on a tour like, oh, let's take pictures with this 100-year-old statue. Let's put doo-doo on Nancy Pelosi's desk. Let's sit there.
Don't even think like that.
And Cola, like I said on your show, like, did you see them opening the gates? The police opened the gates. They were opening side doors.
And then not only that, y'all have to think about it. You see that video that this congressman with his dumb ass put out about them all in a bunker up under, even at the Capitol, the White House, wherever they were at, playing Gloria, laughing and dancing while all of this is going on. These motherfuckers knew what was going to happen. I know that they expected for it to be maybe a little bit worse than what it was.
Yeah,
yes. At the end, they exposed themselves.
Okay, if you guys think about if the people were actually in the seats and they got like a senator, whoever, who have you. Remember, these motherfuckers had a whole fucking gallows out there to hang people. They came with ARs and everything. So what would have happened? They gonna kill people.
Right.
The fuck? This ain't no allegedly. They would kill them.
Yeah, exactly.
So if they would have actually got Nancy Pelosi, if they would have actually got
killing on the steps and shit, they over here taking them type of selfies and stuff. What the fuck is y'all thought this was gonna be cool?
They would have really killed them. It would have really, Somebody would have
shot. Too Strong said it earlier. Had it been us here,
we would have
he would not have made it.
He would not have made it.
We would have been from up there. They've been clapping down at us. We wouldn't have got.
Wait. Speaking about us. I was so mad. I was looking at all the flags that was there. There was like their flags, the Confederate flags, the American flag, but there was one. It was SoCal for Trump. And then I see that gay flag, and I was like, "Bitch, why are you there?" Bitch, what the fuck? I was like, I want to punch that bitch square in his face off top because why are you even there? But I had to realize, and their political views are theirs respectfully. You know what I'm saying? But like, they hate you too, my nigga. Like, what is you blending in for?
Thank you. They don't like you neither.
Yeah.
But you
I
don't.
feel sorry for them. I don't feel. And harsh, but I don't feel sorry for the girl who got killed, that got shot, because before I was born, before my mom was born, well, I ain't gonna say my dad.
What's the ironic part of her? What's the ironic part? We're just talking about flag.
When that little white lady, I'm sorry, I just loved it. When she called herself touching the black lady, right? Because she's surrounded by all her yeah, the best. That was the high part of the whole shit.
Wait, did you see her daughter's response? Did you guys see her daughter's response?
Yes.
Okay, like we spoke about that, right? Okay, yeah.
A long time ago. And it's so ironic how everything is happening now. Like, your daughter called you out for being racist and calling her a thug and calling the Black Lives Matter protesters thugs, this, that, and the other, and you shouldn't go to the
I don't feel sorry for them.
Your ass to the goddamn Capitol. Get smart with a sister. She's not going to
Wait, so it wasn't no argument. She whipped. Bitch, what you doing?
Now, what I had a problem with that situation is when them rednecks, and I'm because of what they was acting, them redneck hillbillies grabbed that black lady and was snatched her up and brought her to the police, and they didn't do nothing. I had a problem with that.
It wasn't going to do nothing.
What about her right?
Facing her, you understand? Like, she's trying to get the safety.
And you know, speaking of which, and you know that lady, the security guard, she ended up getting fired from her job. And Super Cent, yes, I just seen this about an hour or so, about 2 hours ago on Twitter. She got fired from her job, and Super Cent actually offered that woman a job. So I don't know if she's gonna be a crayon cutie or what she's gonna be.
Why was that? She was attacked.
Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, she was attacked first. That's clear. The lady reached, and I thought she hit her, but she reached to pull her mask off. So she touched her first.
Well, that's militant. That's attempt murder. So then that's weird because we went in a COVID right now, and you trying to take my mask off. So you probably wanted me to catch you.
That was his plan. He did that so they could march and go attack. That was his plan. He knew he was not going to go march with them. He did that on purpose.
And they were stupid enough to believe that he was. They believed it.
Yeah.
And then he was watching it. They said he had several big screens up watching it.
And then his dumbass son put it on his live on Instagram. What is it called? Periscope. His fucking son live streamed it on Periscope with him watching the fucking riot happening.
But let's not know. The little son, which son did that bullshit?
The little ugly one. Whatever the fuck he is.
I forgot his name, but it's the one
the little kid.
No, his grown son. His grown son.
You talking about Donald Trump Jr. or you talking about his son-in-law?
No, he's Donald Trump.
And that's the whole thing. When he should have did that, you should have like backed up, like love your dad, but now you're gonna have to love your dad in the background because life is.
But they just like him. They're just like him. They're just like him, so they can't help it.
His youngest son, he's gonna blow up some planes and
shut up.
I'm scared of what he's gonna become. So let's just put blessings on him. Let's just put blessings on him.
Real fast. You get what I'm saying? Because the whole world don't like this man. You get what I'm saying? So it's like wherever he travels, and that's some Secret Service people, if they do give it to him, people are still people at the end of the day. They probably don't like him either. They may step aside and let him catch a hot one. You feel me? Like, I'm not gonna die for your dumb ass. No.
Wait, Nomi, what you talking about? He spit everywhere. Like, you mean like the down south people spit around to disrespect black folks? Is that what you're talking about? Spit everywhere, or just talking in general? Spit. What you talking about? Let me find out that racist.
You were talking about.
I heard about them people that be spitting on the ground. by black folks.
Get off the screen, Momo. My ass is itching. I can't look at that shit. I can't look at them. They look like they
know it's crazy.
I don't feel sorry for them. I don't feel sorry for them. I don't care what happened to any of them. I don't care about the lady that got shot. I don't care about her. She died for her. That's how I feel.
I feel bad for the police officer and that shit.
I don't feel bad for them. I don't.
Well,
That one I do because he probably died. What he was trying to do, he's supposed to do, because they were trying to crush them niggas, because they had the footage of them literally trying to physically crush motherfuckers to death. Do you know what kind of psycho you gotta be to think to kill somebody like that? Like, oh, I'm
yes.
Let me say he got an overbite. He spit when he talks.
Like everybody like shared a line of coke or something. Like they was like, maybe
that was meth. That was the purest, finest, best meth, and it was dropped off by 45. She said, "You have enough for a lifetime. Bomb this shit. You get high forever."
Also, I did hear, like, because I've been watching.
Somebody make it make sense. Make it make sense.
You can't.
You never.
You can't.
The people that was recognized and stuff like that on the pictures, their jobs has fired them. Like they are fired. Their jobs have let them go.
Yes, exactly. You want to take your ass to the unemployment line? We can't do nothing for you here. I'm sorry, and that's exactly what
it's gonna go up for her because Ivanka can't. Oh, you talking about his daughter? Oh, that's his daughter. Like, oh, my bad, because I be getting them mixed up. I'm about to say her shit about to be skyrocketing because she can't stand her ex-husband. She's like,
maybe when I tell you Ivanka, she's ready to go.
My bad.
Melani's ready to go. Ivanka's sitting back laughing like, I told y'all this nigga was crazy.
You motherfuckers are trying to save face.
Washington,
D.C. Trying to save their ass.
They had to make her come. She did not want to come when he first got elected. She said she was not coming. They said they were not going to pay her to be in New York, and he's in Washington, D.C. They made her come and live there. She did not want to come.
I bet you Ivanka is so thankful to her savior that she ain't got to sleep with that man every night.
I know she is, child.
Him anyway. He probably slept on the couch in the room, and she slept in the bed.
Imagine laying next to such a weak man. How about that? Wait, imagine laying next to such a weak man.
Say that again.
I said, imagine laying next to such a weak man.
Oh, I can't.
I wouldn't. His ass to be on the couch like
with so much power.
The green card, and it just
with divorce papers drawn up.
That's all she wanted when she even married that man. She wanted to stop taking nude pictures and be whatever and be taken care of. She ain't never
worked in the beginning.
Signed up to be first lady. Melania signed up to look cute, go buy some bags. Drink some wine.
He didn't want to be president.
Valium or Xanax or something. Like she didn't sign up for this goddamn first lady.
No, she didn't. I don't think she did either.
He said he did not. He didn't think he was going to win. He said
though. That's why I'm still thinking about like, how did it happen? I really did not think that shit, and I'm
still confused too. I'm confused too.
He didn't think he was going to
I was mad and ready to fight somebody. I wanted to put my hands on somebody.
He doesn't have a college education. I'm going through college right now. He has honorary degree.
He has nothing to say that you can run anything. The only thing you ever seen that showed you run anything, and that wasn't even really you, was You Are Fired, The Apprentice. That's it. That is the thing. You can't run no country with that bullshit. Like, what is you doing? And
I'm gonna put it like this: 45. He had a lot of business things. He screwed up a lot of money and everything, you know. But hey, he had a lot of money. People think that man broke. That man really ain't broke. That money is over there.
That money is
That's gonna be funny, but his father taught him very well. So it's like he's American broke. You understand? But he ain't broke for real. You understand? Because he's a scammer and a criminal. He's legally broke, but criminally he is a billionaire still. Like you get, it's just disgusting. But I needed you to take that criminality and make it do it
He
for
owns property.
our
He got money.
economy, and then maybe
Okay, off top. I feel that he used the presidency to wash money. Anybody from the street world,
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Y'all gotta forget. Don't forget, y'all. When Rona came, his son-in-law, when we couldn't find no masks and all that stuff, and then whatever they had to build, it was some other stuff. I forgot what it was.
The respirators, because he was
all that stuff. His son built a company. His son-in-law built a company within 48 hours. A company was built to supply everything. Wow. Honey, the money stays in the family. Stays in the family.
And you know, me too. Now, all is said and done, after all that happened, now people want to jump ship and resign and leave and all that stuff. That the whole he was there. Now, the 20th. You got to the 20th.
Vanity, stop.
Don't leave with now. No people want to resign. You want to get 20 hours. Everybody want to leave now. I said, where y'all going?
Now, where are you going? You still complicit. You in charge. You've been there for 4 years. You can't
you going now. And then they want to stop his Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff. You should have been stopped that.
Exactly.
You're going to jail too.
Now y'all want to take it and ban him forever. Because they ban him forever. He can never get on Twitter or social media or any of that.
Now the fact that they want to ban him,
I don't believe that.
The shit now. Why is that?
You know what? Okay, let me play devil's advocate. I think they were trying to play nice. They were playing nice.
Stupid ass Facebook post. He was supposed to be blocked for his own good because he looked like a total jackass. Like you're not one of the regular people. You are the president.
Apprenticeship.
Bro, it has legs. Just imagine you putting on your resume that you worked for Trump during this administration.
Oh yeah, Vanity.
For anything, you could be an assistant. You could be the highest of counsel. They're gonna look at you like
they banned him from Pornhub.
They're gonna be like, oh, you worked in this.
They banned Trump from Pornhub.
They banned everything.
Wait, why was he on Snapchat though? Why was he on Snapchat? Can somebody tell me that?
Somebody on Snapchat.
Because he banned from everything.
It's a lot of people that's not grown in the mind. It's a lot of
going from social media,
and he is one of them. He's
how are you?
I don't know. I don't use Snapchat, but why is the president on Snapchat?
I use Snapchat for the I'm a filter queen. I use it for
when he got banned from Twitter, when he got banned from Facebook, when he got banned from with all the stuff, he just kept going from one platform to the next, and he kept getting banned. That's what he did.
That's trying to be funny. Some type of mental disorder, like he definitely suffers from some type of mental disorder.
Oh, yeah.
That's weird. You understand? Like, oh, they shut me up over here. I'm gonna run over to this. Like, shut the fuck up and leave. Be graceful. Be graceful. Let us laugh behind your back. Let's not laugh in your face no more. Just leave.
You know, Donald Trump's his niece goes on CNN and stuff or whatever. And she talks about how Donald Trump's father, her grandfather, spoke to them and Donald Trump and you're special, do this, do that. And that's how he was speaking to the crowd, like he was coddling them to put them in a situation to do his bidding.
Yeah, because he said he was gonna march with them. He said he was gonna be there storming with their ass. If the president, well, not me, but I'm just saying, thinking in a hillbilly mind. If the president told me I'm gonna be there, I'm thinking I'm good money. That's the president, yo. He gonna be right there too. Let's go. What's there? That's exactly what you said.
He like those slick words, those ingenuine words. He used those words to manipulate. So manipulation is the biggest process.
He banned from all of them.
So they were stupid enough to like go for it, but he wasn't there. He was in a secure area watching it on big screens, several. Okay, and y'all was out there being trampled on, tear gassed, committing crimes, breaking windows and shit.
And like I said, I'm pretty sure he knows them people. A lot of them, the majority of them, was drug addicts. So they probably was high in the midst of it. Like, I'm from the hood. I seen fucking, what you call it? What's that? Dust? I seen him just try to swim in the street on dust.
No, because you know what? When I was looking at it, real quick, Cola. When I was looking at it, I was like, okay, I know I smoke my weed, I drink my beer, and that's it. But the look in their eyes was totally different. It was it was a lot of them.
And I was like, crack look. Your mama smoked crack rock. Yes, that's what it was.
I was like,
that's a good point.
Not my mama.
Your mama
Your mama that's what they was thinking when he said that.
That's a good point that Classy just said. Him getting banned is kind of scary.
My
opinion. You don't know his thoughts. At least
right.
he's got a good out there so we can keep up with his thoughts. That's true. It's better to know what your enemy is doing than when your enemy is silent. That is true.
That nigga gonna fuck around and get one of them stupid ass meth heads to be Obama or some shit. Like they gonna tap some dynamite to their ass. Like,
he grooming one. His youngest son.
He raising one, right? He raising one.
Now building some stuff and coming up with a mask.
Go in there like, 45. I'm ready to die and blow this.
Well, you know what? That's what Ashley Babby said. That's exactly what that Ashley Babby woman said because she was in. You see, they've got a bunch of little stuff is coming out about her. How she done did a couple of different things online. How she called Breonna Taylor a thug. And said that she called Breonna Taylor a thug. She was online going off and she was on her way to the White House or to the Capitol talking about, she even said she was ready to die for that shit.
Yeah,
like, she was ready to die for that shit.
What are these people doing?
Yeah, and then just like on SpongeBob, 2 hours later, your ass is
because I don't know about shit block now, but
with some hood rat shit with your hood rat friends, and your ass got shot.
She said she was willing to die for what she believed.
Yes. But see, that's what I said. That's what I'm saying with stupid people. She probably didn't think it though, and that's the problem. But it happened, bitch. No. She went to a place to not play like that. It just sounds cute. It sounds for the racist. She gonna get some racist peen, like, oh, she is down to ride or die. Let me go.
No, the bitch rolled and she died. You want to ride or die, bitch? She ride it and she died it.
I want to ride or die, bitch.
I want to go. Y'all, look here. Can I let y'all know what my ratchet thought was? And this just keeps sticking out of my head. I'm sorry, the ratchet in me. When homeboy was up in my homegirl Nancy's office going through her drawers and rumbling through her shit, me as a black woman, y'all, I'm not gonna lie. First thing I was thinking, if I'm at work, if I'm in the office for the day, I keep my motherfucking purse in my drawer. Now, was Nancy at work that day? This nigga's all up in her office, all up and through her drawers. Where was her purse at? That's just the ratchet.
With her, wasn't it? It should have been with her. She probably grabbed that when she left up out of there.
Oh, yeah, she was at work that day.
She some security to where she lived because these motherfuckers is crazy.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
You guys, the backstory is that the saving grace of a lot of senators and council people is their assistants. Their assistants are the people that carry their purses, that carry their files.
Okay. They also carry them votes. They also carried them paper votes, and that's why they was able to get them out of that room.
And that assistant is a hero because he and she, was two of them, they were the saving grace. So they need to get their stars and stripe off top because that was a point of war. But for the point of the purse, she don't carry her purse. She got people to carry her purse.
Or it might be next. Like I think that if I was up there, I would have it on the floor next to me while I'm sitting in my seat.
I was like, okay,
I'm not leaving that down the hallway.
That just take her purse with her everywhere she go. She got her purse on her arm with her everywhere she go.
That would be lit as fuck.
Anybody could be a thief. Just because you a senator don't mean you ain't a thief. Look at the president.
I wouldn't have it down the hallway. It wouldn't be down the hallway, that's for sure.
I said the same thing, class. Either way it go, why was her office not locked? And not only that, did the fool break down the door to get in there?
He said he went on Twitter. It was either Twitter somewhere. He went out saying that she doesn't like that office is not hers. It's the people office.
It don't matter who office it is. It was disgusting. Everything in there needs to be thrown out.
They said the people like
I don't know whose mama's house you go to put your feet up on anybody's table. If I go to anybody's mama's house and put my feet on the table, I'm expecting to touch the fuck out.
You come put your feet on my table, you gonna be on the floor because I'm.
They throw you out like Uncle Phil used to throw out Jazzy. Honey, Uncle Phil used to throw Jazzy out the front door. That's exactly how you get thrown out. Right here.
Some stimulus checks. You saw a happy gun holder raid the fucking shit and only got $600.
Okay.
I didn't get nothing. So,
speaking of stimulus, so y'all know about the whole issue that happened with the stimulus with IRS and TurboTax and Jackson Hewitt and
I heard about
TurboTax. Let me tell y'all my little story, okay? A little quick story time. So everybody else was getting their stimulus checks and shit, and I was like, okay, now what the hell is going on with my motherfucking stimmy? You know what I'm saying? Because I got mine that first go around on the first day, like what the hell is going on? Something in my gut told me something wasn't right, y'all. Now I called IRS, stayed on the phone for like, what was that, about an hour and a half on hold just to get in contact with somebody. And they said that my check was actually deposited into some accounts the day before. Gave me the routing number and the account number to the bank that it was, to the account that it was deposited to, Civista Bank, right? Gave me the phone number to Civista Bank. I ended up calling Civista Bank, waited on hold for about another good hour and a half before I even got to somebody on Civista Bank, right? Finally got a hold to somebody on Civista Bank. Look here, IRS is telling me that they deposited my check into an account. Never heard of y'all. Who the hell are y'all? Where's my money at? What's going on? Civista Bank has no clue who I am, no clue who the account is, never heard of me, nothing like that. They telling me to call IRS because if some money was deposited to them, it would have automatically been rejected and sent back to IRS. So I called IRS back, wait another hour and a half to get on the phone with somebody just for this particular bitch, the one I called back the second time. Oh, when I tell you this bitch, her bra was too tight, her back was aching, she was in a law, she was in a motherfucking mood, okay? The bitch was mad. This bitch, and I call her a bitch because that's what she was acting like, because she was rude. This bitch gonna tell me, who did you file your taxes with? I said, I filed them online, TurboTax. I've been doing that for the last forever. This bitch gonna tell me to call TurboTax because TurboTax fucked up my check.
They got your money. Okay.
Why would I call TurboTax, baby?
Right.
I got my first stimmy. You put it right on my account like it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
What the fuck TurboTax got to do with your ass? Because you're the IRS.
Right.
You tell me, well, TurboTax is who we send it through, so you need to call TurboTax. I'm like, okay, this bitch think I'm stupid. Okay, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna call motherfucking TurboTax.
Yeah.
I called TurboTax. TurboTax is like, ma'am, I apologize. They've been having people call us for the last 3-4 days. We don't have nothing to do with that. What happens is if you file your taxes electronically, you know how you have the option to pay us out of your return for filing your taxes for you. You normally it's like a fee of $50 or something. Well, what they do is they set up a dummy account to withdraw that $50 from. After they get their money, they cancel that account. Well, what the IRS dumbass did, they sent the first round of stimulus to the right account. The second time, they sent it to the dummy account that collects the debt when you pay the online people to do your taxes. So there were millions of people, not only your auntie now, Not only you good girl.
Did you get your money?
I finally got my money, girl. The TurboTax actually ended up sending an email. So if you filed with either TurboTax, Jackson Hewitt, H&R Block, they sent you an email letting you know everything that was going on to it. Hey, Renee. So what happened was, like I said, the IRS fucked up, and the IRS didn't want to admit that they fucked up. They tried to put it on all the electronic filing companies that did it, when really the IRS deposited the money into a bunch of dummy accounts.
I'm mad. I'm here shaking like it's me, sis. Like I want to fight. I'm saying,
I know.
They
fiery fist, girl.
They say everybody's not going to get it this go round though, because I didn't get it. I didn't get one.
I got mine.
Oh, I got mine ASAP. I got mine.
I get shit up over here.
Yeah.
Actually, the first. So
the electronic
on the first, I got mine. On the 1st of January, I got mine.
So they're saying within the next few days, because I think they finally corrected everything on Friday, and so of course Saturday and Sunday most banks or the IRS isn't doing.
I don't file through H&R Block or TurboTax.
I don't know who we filed through. I don't do ours. My husband do them.
We have an account.
Other parties that I didn't last year. I didn't file through my regular. I filed through my E9, my business.
I got my Monty finally, girl. Let me tell you, because I thought I was gonna have to hop on the first thing.
I didn't. And I don't get why everybody not getting it. If the income is still the same max that it was the first time, everybody should get it in, unless they change. I don't know. Did they change the income or what?
Our government is showing that they just stupid and confungled at this point. So they
it says no information available, and everybody keeps telling me if that says no information available means you're not getting one.
Yeah, but I thought that
the IRS, if you go and look at the IRS website, they're updating it daily because the IRS messed up. They were trying to get this second round out so quick as soon as it was approved that they had a lot of kinks that they didn't even fucking work out.
Wait, I'm waiting for Biden to go, because remember Biden said he's gonna make that motherfucker 2,000. So that's what I'm waiting for.
That's what he needs to do. Because what are people supposed to do? Like, I thank God that it wouldn't make me or break me. But what are people really supposed to do with $600?
So y'all, they did lower the income. They lowered the income.
Oh, they did.
They lowered it.
Yeah, the second was 75,000. That's what it wasn't. That the first round?
No, it was not.
Okay.
Nope.
Oh wow.
Oh, so if you made over 75, you wasn't getting it? That's what I'm saying.
If it's was it an individual person?
And you filed joint, Sunshine.
Yep.
You filed yeah. So I want to mess you up real quick.
Again, I didn't in 2019. I didn't file my.
Well, I don't file. I have the business is carry. I have my regular job, but then I also carry the business too. So everything is up under me. So I won't get it.
Yeah.
Nope.
Wait, what?
You making money? You know what I'm saying?
I got free $600. I had plans for that $600.
I know that's right.
Can I speak to your supervisor, Nah.
I will say that I with my little stimulus that I got. Well, we needed a new couch anyway, so thank God we was able to get us.
I was going to take everything that's in my den, the family, the TV room, and put it in the basement, give the stuff away in the basement, and buy me a new den set. I was going to add. I had my little set. My couch cost $1,500. I was going to add the rest of it with my $600. Now I got to pay for it, all of it.
You know what they did?
45 did. Thank you, 45, for my little old 1,200 because Auntie went and bought a brand new sectional. Thank you.
No, I'm trying to move.
You know what they did though with ours? They broke ours up. We had they sent us one deposit for me and my husband, and then a separate deposit for the kids, which I thought was weird. It wasn't one deposit; it was two different It was two separate deposits. I thought that was weird.
I still got a problem with that because I feel like even though all my kids are grown. I still carry them. They do not pay for college tuition. They are still under me. I pay for that. No. I still pay bills for them. So
That
I
comes from
feel like I should have got money for them.
You know what you said, Sunshine, is valid, and they need to do the same thing with men with child support. They need to
agree with that one. If you pay your child support, I feel like you should. But if you don't know, you shouldn't be getting your money. I feel like that. No. Yeah. So it's like the catch-22.
It needs to be reformed, like the police. So it needs to be reformed.
I agree with you on that. No, I do agree that it does need to be, but yeah, I do agree with you on that one. Yeah.
Gotta stick up for my niggas.
I got the stick up for my niggas.
Got 2 minutes. Any final thoughts you guys have? I'm gonna give us 30 minutes.
Oh, 42. Can you drop it?
Yes. I want to give us 30 minutes so we can go do what we gotta do so we can get ready for Unspoken Live. We're live at 9:30 my time, 30 y'all time. So
I'm about to drop the link again.
Yes, please do that. Thank you, boo.
Okay, since we got 30 minutes and 30 minutes and all of that, all right, shameless plug, get your code at the door.
Oh, Cola, what's the website? I'll find it and drop the link on that again too.
www.custombycola.com. We got the custom Douce.
I'm gonna get mine way.
And then for the smokers, we got the smokers in the house. You know,
You see me? You see me? Let me see.
Right. Lakers colors. We got traveling. You know, you put this in your little bag and whatnot. Little tiny one. Kobe here too. Let's see what
I told you we need a travel pack, Cola. That's what we need.
Okay,
custom grinders. You see the bling? Blinged out grinders. This one glows in the dark. That's why the green screen can't really see because it's got some green and stuff in it.
That one is nice.
It glows in the dark.
I know, I like that one.
And the last
make me feel like a Power Ranger.
And the last 3 things. This one, y'all getting a sneak peek because I ain't even put this up on my website yet or on my Instagram. So y'all are getting the first peek.
Ooh.
Look looking intergalactic and shit. Looking like
I know, right?
You know,
futuristic.
Another thing, I got these big ass earrings on. So I don't know, but this is my little zipper mask.
Oh, I like that.
I like that.
Now, Cola, I want one of them.
Yeah, I got you. Got your splash mask yet? So you got it, sis.
Okay. Now, can you take the mask off and wash it though?
Yes, you can wash it. Everything, and also you can take the visor part off if you don't want to wear the visor part. You don't.
Yeah, I want one of them. I want one. I still want the small one, but I want that one too. Though.
I like that one though. Yes, girl.
I like that too.
I don't know if I can see the bling, but the Swarovskis for the babies because you know the babies are the girls in the dark right here. I love those.
Wait. Where the money reside?
Now for the keychain,
I don't talk to nobody not trying to get their money. So
like
where the money reside?
If you got a handle door, you see this? You can go like this. You don't have to touch the door and open it. I got another one for the ATMs and the elevators and whatnot. So you just hold it like this and you press the button, so you don't got to touch.
How much are those?
Oh, these are the cheap. These is $5.
I'll put one of them on my order too. You can put two.
And then the visor, that's $30. The one I just showed, or that one is $30.
Yeah.
I should get one of them things. My husband said that.
This is my favorite thing or whatever. And I know y'all probably looking like, what the hell is this? This is a joint flask, all right? Where you can have your liquor for those that like to indulge in both.
Look at this point.
And then you put that little joint thing here and you ready to go. You have a little mirror if you want to see yourself.
Now I can't do both. I am incapable of doing both. I always have to pick one or the other. However, that's what I'm talking about.
How much is that one?
35.
35.
Oh.
I'm just doing all my math.
I think we done. I think we done.
Wait. Why Cola trying to get everybody broke on spending money on paraphernalia?
On paraphernalia.
On paraphernalia.
I got dominoes. I got shot glasses and stuff. But I just be forgetting to post everything. I'll be more focused on the people orders because I'll be wanting to show love, let people know like these people.
So next Sunday, Cola, get you a little whole group thing set up because we're gonna feature
showcase.
Soon as we start.
Wait, I think we should all do that.
Yes, next Sunday.
Neale, yes, you definitely have to
do March Sunday.
But I'm not launching till February, so I'm just getting ready.
What you selling? What you selling?
Well, give us a sneak preview.
You have to start.
Okay.
Give us a sneak preview.
The last Sunday, the Sunday before last.
Well, the Sunday before February, because I want to launch in Black History Month for February.
Okay.
I'm selling doodads and baubles. Okay, but
that's very much related to Black History Month. I see why you want to launch then.
Yeah, I'm opening. The name of it's going to be called Cultural Bubbles, and I'm going to introduce us to like our African ancestry, our Latino ancestry, and I'm going to be curating different sculptures and stuff, to put in your house. You can buy to adorn to respect your house. And then then my other department is like for pop culture, for like nerd shit, for like vintage toys out of source toys and stuff like that. Your husband would like stuff like that, like things we grew up with.
That's cool.
But that's what I'm going to be doing. But I've solidified.
I like that.
Called Cultural Bubbles, and I'm going to launch the Etsy store. And that is it. And I'm going to let it swim. I'm not going to put no heave to it. No, I'm just going to let it go. And I'm going to.
That would be good. I think I want to plan something for next month. The first weekend in February, we can do like a small business spotlight, and we can open that panel for everybody that has a small business to get up here. You can promote your merch. You can say how your business started. What motivates you, what your inspiration was, what it is you're selling, and you can even do
I think that's a good idea. I definitely think that's a good idea.
It's gonna be rough. I'm ready for the ride.
That will definitely be the first Sunday in February for sure. That'll be Black Business Sunday.
Now I did buy the shirts from the lady. What was her name? The company that you recommended.
Nappy Nerd. The difference is their purpose.
Nappy Nerd, I think.
What you say? Who?
Nappy Nerd or Nappy?
I think it's
purposely fully. Yeah, she was fast. And her shirts are really, really nice.
Her shirts are amazing. Yes. She's a classmate of mine. And you know what she's coming out with next Sunshine? She's coming out with carpets. Not carpets, with rugs. She's gonna do
that's up Sunshine Alley. That's up Sunshine Alley.
That you see her do.
Tracy got jokes.
You know what? This is why we need to have.
That's up her alley.
You need to keep the
I will spend my life on my house.
Yeah.
Whenever I get a DM, I'm selling these feet pics. Okay, baby. The show ain't stopped, baby. The business ain't stopped.
No, that's right.
No way. We're talking about, okay, not that entrepreneurial stuff, okay?
Where the money reside.
They make a lot of
Where the money reside? Where the money reside?
They
Yes.
make a lot of money. You playing, y'all. You need to get on there and get the story.
Okay, listen, y'all.
Y'all kill me. Where the money reside?
But if y'all love me, y'all won't see me no more if I'm selling up pics because your brother be done killed my ass. I'm gonna be a whole new
You ain't gotta know it's your feet on her.
It's too much. If I fart, he knows that it was me.
Especially the nail polish, your toes. You don't think you can know your toes? You in trouble. You don't think your husband know your toes?
Wait a minute. What he doing on OnlyFans? He shouldn't be on there anyway.
Right, so that I could come and knock him upside his head. Doing it.
He's cheating himself. He's not cheating on you. He's cheating himself. He's not cheating on you.
Yeah, I see that.
So if he's on there, he ain't cheating on you.
No, his eyes is cheating, and I'm gonna pluck them shits clean out his head.
Right. You got your toes on there, though. You got your toes on there.
Wait, and I got your bail money, Cola.
She gonna bail us out. Please believe she got the bail money to the side.
We won't be in jail long. It'll be a little vacation.
She got the bail money put to the side.
So you gonna allow the bro to get clear? You had your toes.
Like, oh, here, oh Lord.
You good, trust me.
No, I don't agree. Protect the husband. They tripping. So let them know. No.
I have enjoyed y'all. But the Sunday, I'm gonna go get my mind right so I can get ready for Unspoken Live. We'll be coming up.
Yes, everyone, go to Unspoken Live.
Drop the link again, Miss 42.
Can someone please drop it in my IG?
Yeah.
So I can follow, whoever, because I'm following everybody. Just drop it.
Give me 2 seconds and I'll drop it again. What'd I do? I lost it. Hold on.
Yeah, we stay with the bail money from that because you never know.
You never know, exactly.
You never know.
I got the bail money and a criminal lawyer on speed dial.
and I got the cabin where he go stay at. I know where you got a place he go stay at up in the mountains. So keep that on
there. I love that.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed you for next Sunday, y'all.
Yes.
Hey, Alex.
Hey, Alex, how you doing?
Hey, Alex, what you saying, Alex?
Y'all see it in the chat.
Topics that y'all have that y'all want to discuss for next week Sunday. Y'all already know. Y'all can let us know. Any one of us. Anybody in this chat?
Panel. You don't have to be on the panel to be a part of the panel.
No, you don't.
Yes, no, it's called a conversation.
You have so many producers that's behind the scene. Y'all just don't even know.
Yeah.
So many.
If you can't speak your mind, you out your mind.
Oh, Chrissy, I'm happy you feel better.
You feel better, Christy.
Yeah.
It made me feel
and I hope your night get
Love
better.
to you, Christy.
Yes.
Thank you all for coming.
Thank you, Tracy.
Thank you to everybody for coming. Yes,
I was sitting here looking for it. I'm slow when it comes to that, but thank you. We got the in here. Y'all be I'm slow. I'm sitting here
all right, I love y'all. And this is
I'm about to go over there.
See y'all later. I'll see y'all in a little bit.